Alright, what's going on? So I got two new videos coming out. It's covering Baker Mayfield and how apparently he's overrated, okay? Um I do address in the videos that I am a Browns fan by default. After he won a Heisman, Baker Mayfield, the overrated quarterback in the NFL, starting for the Browns, um, I decided, hey, wherever Baker goes is where I'm gonna go. And guess what college fan I am of that I've been for years and years. Okay, so with that being said, I am a Browns fan because of Baker Mayfield. As you can see, I have his autograph even stitched in the side of the hat. I mean, I even have a picture of Baker Mayfield autographed up there. I have his Oklahoma Crimson jersey autographed in there, man. I mean, I have tons of Baker Mayfield stuff. But I am going through, since week 5 is when I'm going to start, because that's where the big overrated stuff happened, because apparently Baker Mayfield allowed that many points to be scored on that defense. Baker Mayfield allowed all those sacks to happen because the blockers weren't picking up their block. That's Baker Mayfield's fault. Baker Mayfield's fault because those what he was throwing to the wide receivers, they were tipping it and not catching it, and they're interceptions. Same thing that happened in week 6 against the Seahawks. Okay, so there's a video. 2 of them that are gonna be coming out. Just whenever they upload, they'll be on. But I am addressing this right now that there is a new video coming out. 2 new videos coming out. I posted on Facebook on my sports pages, which getting a lot of positive feedback on that. So yeah, starting week 5 is whenever I started this stuff. I started today after week 6, so I can have 2 things to record and rant about, because going into week 6, they still lost, and it's still on Baker Mayfield. So 2 new videos coming out, that's for damn sure. But yeah, each week I'm going to be going over the gameplay. I'll be showing the good and the bads and the uglies. And I will show the ugly plays made by Baker Mayfield, but it's nothing different than what Tom Brady's making, what Drew Brees is making, what Patrick Mahomes is making. And that's just, I don't understand how Baker Mayfield can throw interceptions. He can throw balls over wide receivers' heads, which he's only done that at least maybe 4 times this year so far. And it be his turned into overrated talk. You know what I'm saying? But you go back to 03-04 with Tom Brady. I mean, I'm not comparing the two, but dude had 4 interceptions one game. He didn't even throw for 100 yards. They got shut out. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because it was so early into Tom Brady's career, such as Baker Mayfield's career. Tom Brady did this maybe four years after he was drafted. This is Baker's 2nd year, and this dude's getting low praised for what he's doing. I mean, yeah, he's a 1st-round pick, and he's supposed to be the savior of the Browns, but you are not going to find another quarterback in the next 4 years that's going to be better than him to fit the Browns' offense. And it all starts with who's calling the plays. And that is Freddie Kitchens, which I love Freddie Kitchens. Him and Baker have a great relationship. Freddie Kitchens is a player's coach. I also said that about Hugh Jackson, but Hugh Jackson was a friendly player's coach. Freddie Kitchens, he is a player's coach. But with him calling the offensive plays, I don't think it's working. It's obviously not. I know it's not working. So you can't tell me there's not someone else better out there that can come in there and call the plays for him. So it's not good on a quarterback having to go through this his second year with already two new coaching staffs. Well, technically, three after leaving Oklahoma. Adjusting to new plays, and I mean, you have to do that. If you're a football player, you have to do that. If you're a basketball player, you have to do that. If you're a baseball player, there's more into baseball than that you think. You got to adjust to that stuff, which Baker has adjusted to. It's just the people around him are not helping the way he plays. So instead of blaming someone, we need to hold someone accountable for this. You know, I mean, it's kind of like the Redskins. I mean, it's not the coach's fault. It's not the player's fault. It's the GM's fault, man. I mean, look how many coaches that GM has went through, and look at those outcomes. I mean, look at the coaches that came through there, and look at those outcomes. You know, so people need to start holding people accountable, such as who's running this thing. John Dorsey, I mean, he needs to be held accountable too, because he knows that there has to be another coach to be out there that can call offensive plays. I mean, there's only maybe two coaches that I know that are damn good at doing that. One's in the NFL and one's in college, and that is Sean McVay for the Rams and Lincoln Riley for the Oklahoma Sooners. The only two. And there's one other coach I want to throw in there. And that's Mike Gundy. He's a head coach and he has an offensive coordinator. Keep that in mind. But there are some plays where he does come into play. He can do that. And Freddie can do the same thing if he wanted to. But it'd make me feel more confident in the Browns and who's coaching Baker Mayfield of having another offensive coordinator, just having one out there, just doing that, and someone that's calm out there. I mean, Freddie, he looks pretty calm out there, but I think he gets too caught up into the play calling. So, yeah, two new videos coming out. So, I'm looking at a thing right now. It says Baker deserves 90% of the blame for Brown's loss to Seattle. Well, I'm putting my 2 cents in. They can put their 2 cents in. It's all right to have our opinion, but I don't. We can say it's right. We can say it's not right. I won't make it right. But yeah, 2 new videos coming out, so be ready for it.